This stream is brought to you by Baba Is Everyone, the new game about to be announced today at the Nintendo Partner Showcase. Okay, gamers, let's get out your pre-recorded discussions that we recorded like 3 weeks ago, expecting a regular Nintendo Direct. And we're gonna post it no matter what kind of Direct is announced. And we're not even gonna have a contingency plan and record multiple discussions depending on the Direct type. No. We're gonna just have one Direct that's a catch-all, and by catch-all, I mean it really only works if it's a regular Direct. Hi, welcome. Hi, I'm not salty. No, welcome to the stream, everyone. It is time. We're going to not be doing that, but we're going to be doing this. Haha! It's the Nintendo Direct. Have you ever seen a human being watch one of these before? I don't think you have. So I'm going to go through this very original concept with you, and we're going to watch the Direct, and you're not going to see my face. I'm just going to wear this mask the whole time, and you'll never be able to tell who I am. Does that sound good to you? All right, fine. I'll, and I won't even be blue for this. I'm going to be red. So, fine. So, yeah, it's Nintendo Direct time. That one leaker guy, he was rolling in his chair, about to vomit profusely, because he was like, yeah, there's a Nintendo Direct in July. And then, it's July 31st, and here's the Direct. So, guess he got lucky. Or did he really know something? If you want me to be honest, I don't think he knew shit. It's like Nate the Hate is the name of the dude. I'm pretty sure he tried to predict shit for the last Direct, and he got a bunch of shit wrong. And then, everyone ignored that. But, I don't know. I'm always a skeptic when it comes to quote-unquote leaks and leakers. The fact that this dude has a YouTube channel where he openly posts Directs and then they didn't immediately get taken down is the reason why I think that this wasn't real. Because Nintendo goes after real Directs and they fucking nuke you. Alright? This isn't fucking 2015. Nintendo is very aggressive with leaks these days. When there's a real leak, you know. But that's beside the point. I don't have a lot of predictions for this. I didn't pre-record an hour-long discussion about a regular Nintendo Direct, like some publications have. We're really just in the content slop era, aren't we, on YouTube? Not that I'm, innocent from this necessarily. I guess I don't really make a lot of slop, but, my content isn't exactly high effort, so, what can I complain about? But I don't know. I just feel like pre-recording a Nintendo Direct discussion thing is just kind of I guess in a way it kind of just proves how tiresome the conversation around Directs even is anymore. I like talking about these, but until the Direct itself happens, predictions are just kind of you can either be really safe and boring, or you can just go off the wall batshit and just predict random shit that 4 people have heard of. But really, I can't lie. I divulge a little bit in the content, but mostly just at this point, I mostly just get the headlines on when the Direct is, and then the Kit and Krista channel had a pretty good it was technically a predictions thing, but it was very grounded. It didn't feel off the walls, batshit, whatever the fuck I want. If anyone is expecting anything first-party Nintendo here, you are in the wrong place. Whether or not that eventually comes is a different thing, but let's get the capture going here at the very least while I'm waiting. There you go. Am I blocking too much of this? I can... Whoop, not over there. I can kind of get out of the way. And also, just control the VTuber manually. It's an option as well. I don't normally do this. I normally use my presets, but let's get me out of the way a little bit. I mean, I guess right now it's not that big of a deal. Just you're seeing this. This is a nice little splash screen. I like this, actually. Normally there's just like a still image on the screen with like a logo. But yeah, everyone, I'm getting, my phone is blowing up right now with all the different YouTubers I watch and such going live. So there is plenty of content for this. I will tell you, my reactions tend to be fairly, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, actually. What am I looking for? Oh, so let's... Should I move the direct thing, or... No Animal Crossing in a partner direct where Nintendo releases with other companies? Yeah, no Animal Crossing, unfortunately. I did, however, when I was looking up Nintendo Direct July 2025, I saw this image. And it just, once again, just like... This was some publication used this as their thumbnail. I'm pretty sure that's Pocket Camp, which I don't really play, but like, did they have nothing else, or did the publication who posted this really think that Animal Crossing's gonna be there today? Probably. I hope it's the former. Yeah, that's a Pocket Camp screenshot. At first, I was like, is this a leak? Because I had never seen that artwork before, but then I was like, wait, that's Pocket Camp. But yeah, we're probably gonna get the release date to Elden Ring. We might see the Age of Imprisonment game. That is technically a third party, even though it's Zelda. We might see that here. You're not gonna see Smash Brothers. You're not gonna see anything crazy. I saw some people were even throwing out like Kirby Air Riders. Technically, Sakurai is a third party, but I'm pretty sure they would just throw that in with like a regular direct. And also, I'd like to remind people that in 2020, we had a like mid-August direct, and then the next month in September, they did another full direct for Mario's 35th anniversary. That's the big thing I keep seeing people post, is like, we need a direct so they can talk about Mario. And I'm like, well, first of all, DK Bonanza quite possibly is one of the greatest games Nintendo's ever made. And it's made by EPD Tokyo or whatever, the team behind Odyssey. So like, you're not getting a 3D Mario anytime soon. Maybe we could see, not in this direct, but at like some point, we could maybe see like Wonder get like a Switch 2 edition that has like new levels. But I mean, Wonder feels pretty complete as is. I don't really think it needs it. I did hear for some reason Wonder is like, if you have a physical version of it, it like for some reason struggles to run on Switch 2, but like only the physical version, I guess? I don't know what that's about. But as for like predictions for like a third party, your guess is as good as mine. You know, really anything can be here. I expect Elden Ring release date. I expect Final Fantasy Remake Part 1 release date. We might see something about Dusk Bloods. I don't expect Metal Gear Solid Delta, but that would be cool. I'm just not in the loop with a lot of games right now. Like even Nintendo stuff, I don't really know a lot of like what's going on. Like I watch these directs as they come, but like there was a lot of DK that I didn't really know ahead of time that everyone else knew because they paid attention to like their Nintendo app or Twitter. I've really been disconnected from a lot of that stuff for some time now. So, all right, let's get myself in the position here. What do you think? Here or here? Where should I be? More out of the way? Yeah, more out of the way. All right. Expectations are tempered. Holy fuck, there's mature games! Don't tell Visa. They might cancel your ability to pay for the games. The games! Wouldn't it be nice if we saw Kingdom Heart? Alright, open with Five Nights at Freddy's, let's go! Animal Crossing! I hope my girlfriend heard that in the other room. Age of Imprisonment. I think. No? It sounded like it, and like the art style reminded me of it, but no. It's Monster Hunter? Yeah. I think so. Is this Wilds? Or is this Stories 3? No, this is too cel-shaded to be Wilds. It does look a lot like Zelda, but that's a Rathalos, so... Dude's tunic looked like the fucking champion's tunic.
This is proving fatal. The encroachment threatens to drive our people out of house and home. But this divide has brought our two kingdoms to the brink of war.
And you are the sole Rathalos rider in a zone.
Is this? I think this might be Stories 3. Graphics look good.
Before us. We can't afford not to go. Ratha! But it won't be for long.
Yep. Cool. I have not played any of these games. I try to get into Monster Hunter, but it doesn't resonate with me. Not for long. Like, I can enjoy it for like 40 hours, but I really can't get into it like other people can.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct.
I didn't even see...
Showcase.
How long is this
In
Direct?
This presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners.
That's how disconnected. I don't actually know how long this is. This Direct.
Stories 3, Twisted
So,
Reflection.
I'll sit here.
On Nintendo Switch 2
How's that volume?
next year.
Am I competing with the guy?
Forward to another grand adventure in the Monster Hunter universe.
I want you to hear him when I'm not talking, but I want
Today,
you to hear
present
me
games
when I
coming
am
to the
yapping.
Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
All right.
Before a game is shown, you'll see the logo of the system the game will launch on here.
And technically
If
anything
both
coming to...
logos are shown,
Oh.
the game will launch on both platforms.
Wait,
Okay.
there's going to be Switch
first
1
up,
only
Let's
games?
take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
Okay, volume good?
Let the good times
Oh, okay. This is good Direct
roll.
already.
By royal decree, a
I still
brand
need
new
to play
game in
Katamari,
Katamari
the
Damacy
second remake.
series is rolling onto Nintendo Switch.
I fucking love Cat. Is this a new one?
Roll your Katamari through historic eras like Edo Japan.
No, this is
and
Switch 1
more.
footage.
It's a time-hopping trip through the ages to restore the universe.
I didn't
for the
see the
king of
logo.
all
Which system is this for? Oh god, that's a
Use
thing I have to
helpful
pay
items
attention to
roll your
now.
Katamari like royalty and customize the prince and cousins looks to your liking.
Fucking Dan.
In addition, roll out with friends in online multiplayer.
I didn't see
Make a big Katamari and earn the most
if
points
this is
to be
Switch 1 or
crowned the
Switch
winner.
2, but
Plus,
I'm curious
the
how long they're going to
music is
continue to
back
support
with an
Switch
all-new
1 for.
soundtrack
I know
featuring
that
new
there's
and returning
already a
music
number of
artists
Switch
from the
1 games
series
for next
history.
year. So I'm not surprised by that entirely.
Ready to rock and roll through the ages when Once Upon a Katamari launches on
Nice.
Nintendo Switch
Oh,
October
Switch 1.
24th.
Okay. I was going to say,
Pre-orders begin
it
later
looked like
today
Switch
on
1
Nintendo
footage.
eShop. The dance floor is calling.
I thought that Just Dance was like... I gotta mute this. I thought Just Dance was at like a part of its life where they just update the game and they stop releasing annually. Like, I that's what I thought Just Dance had finally become, which would be like good, I think, for Just Dance fans instead of having to buy a new game every year. I'm surprised, like, I know the like the people who actually buy these games really like it, but I just saw fucking All-Star was there. Good. I wonder if this will be compatible with the camera on Switch 2. Party mode. I'm not unmuting this, so whatever he's saying, I don't care. Is that the fucking Joker? Where's the frame rates? I don't want the DMCA music. Thank you.
Next up are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
Great.
Battle Beyond
Yo! Is this Sparking Zero?
Charge up and
Switch 2
unleash your
footage.
fighting spirit in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
I don't know if it's
in the Arena
the stream
Battler series.
or what.
Enter the fray with over 100.
I have this on PC. This doesn't quite look PC quality. Surprise, surprise.
Stories from the perspectives of 8 characters, including
But also,
Goku.
like, I'd like to clarify, like, I've seen some gameplay of DK Bonanza while it's, like, on a live stream. Switch 2 games tend to look better in person than they do on live streams, so I'm not gonna, like, see this look a little, like, not as good and think it looks like shit until I see it in person, but... I mean, I have this on PC if I really want to play it, but having it mobile is cool.
Or Joy-Con controllers. Immerse yourself.
I need to play more than like 10 hours of it though. Didn't they do like a Daima character as well? Daima Goku? I never actually saw Daima. I need to get back to that.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero launches
this.
on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems November 14th.
It's good that it's coming to both. If I were to get it, I'd get the Switch 2 version.
Time to get back to your roots.
Wombo Weebo. Not actual gameplay footage. Imagine a Plants vs. Zombie game looking like this, though. Oh, maybe they are. HD. Okay, no, not really. It's like higher resolution sprites, I guess. Doesn't like Zach Scott or someone have like a fucking like 1,000 part Let's Play of this game? Oh. Replanted.
The club is yours.
Fuck yeah! This is what I'm here for! Woo, baby! That's what I'm talking about!
It's like he's got the ball on a string.
It is nice to see this, though, even though I really couldn't give less of a shit. This coming to the Switch 2 is pretty big, actually. And, like, it doesn't look compromised. So even though I don't give even half of a fuck of a shit, it's nice that it's here.
Get reacquainted with
Repack.
these games.
Welcome to the party, Pac-Man.
Switch 2 version?
Pac-Man World 2 is coming back, remade from scratch.
Didn't this already get a remake? Or is it not out yet? I could have sworn this was announced forever ago. And like already came out.
And even take on powerful bosses.
I hear Pac-Man World 2 is actually a very good 3D platformer.
In local co-op.
I'm gonna be honest.
Pac-Man World 2
I don't know shit
Repack
about Pac-Man.
launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 26th.
Outside of
Pre-orders begin later today
the
on
original
Nintendo
arcade
eShop.
games. I've never played any other
Party of
Pac-Man.
Black mages, dragoons, and
This is
other
Final Fantasy
allies to
Tactics?
victory in the beloved strategy RPG Final Fantasy Tactics,
Huh.
reborn with newly added elements.
Looks like it's like the art style was redone by the
game is
Bravely
now
Default.
fully voiced and adds brand new
units.
dialogue between characters,
But still, I know that he and I are different.
as well as new
Oh,
difficulty
they got
options,
British on
a
there.
feature to
That's
review
good.
story events,
good.
and more. Final
Never
Fantasy
played this,
Tactics, the
but I've heard a
Imbelist
lot about
Chronicles, launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 30th.
FF7
Pre-orders
is
begin
still
later
unfortunately
today
the only
on
Final
Nintendo
Fantasy
eShop.
game I've played. 6 is
When
on
the
my
clock
list.
strikes midnight, shadows emerge,
And 9.
and the dark hour begins.
Maybe 10. Hey, Persona
Step
3
into the
Reload.
shoes of a high school student who, together with his friends,
Disturbing the
awakens
peace!
the supernatural power of Persona. Attend class and explore the city during the day as you
Oh, I
forge
guess I'll
bonds
finally
with
have a
every
reason to play
interaction.
this.
Then, battle
I was
through the
debating
mysterious
either
Tower of
starting
Tartarus
Persona 5
and
Reload
strategically take down rampaging shadows at night.
or
Enter the dark hour.
maybe getting
and
this on
seal your
PC,
fate
but
when Persona 3 Reload
I also
launches
considered
on the
getting
Nintendo
Switch
2 system
one
October
version
20th.
of Persona 3
Pre-orders
Reload.
begin
Sorry,
later today
Persona
on
5.
Nintendo eShop.
And
Next,
I think I'll
please
play that
take
one
a look
instead,
at this.
actually. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this makes sense. This is Koei Tecmo, technically. Are we gonna see anything about the old champions who I really couldn't give less of a shit about?
Given an opening, he will bear his fangs.
I hope this game has a stable frame
Until
rate.
Hyrule
That would be
itself
nice.
is no more.
Be that as it may, we face it together.
Well, they recast them, it seems. It's 30 FPS. That's about what I would expect out of a Warriors game, but
But you
as
saw
long as it
from
stays
Hyrule of all
stable.
places. This is madness.
Ooh,
There is danger here. Enormously
Age of
so.
Calamity has one of the best soundtracks of any Warriors game I've played. So I'm looking forward to this for that alone. I am so not giving a shit about Tears of the Kingdom story anymore. It was such a letdown, but who knows, maybe this will make it good. Did I hear Fi's theme? That's how you're gonna get to play as Link. He's gonna be a Link
That was
construct.
the latest trailer for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. We
Great.
hope you're looking forward to experiencing
I think
the canonical
that's what that
events
was
led to The
insinuating.
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information on this title in the future.
Wait, they didn't
Let's
say a
continue
date?
with some more
It's still
games
just
coming to
winter?
Nintendo Switch 2.
Alright.
The realest Madden ever, built from Sundays. It's game time. Kick off your journey.
Let me
to
play
become
as
an
the Chicago
NFL
Bears
legend
so I
in the
can
most
lose
dynamic
every time.
Madden game yet. Rule the field with all
My
new
dad
player
would
traits
punt me
and
if he heard me
realistic
say
play
that.
styles.
I know nothing about sport ball.
Immerse
The
yourself
most
in
sport
authentic
ball
team
that I've ever been
traditions
invested in
and
is baseball, and I still don't
strategized
really give a
playmaking
shit about
decisions with
baseball.
newly added features to lead your team to victory. All built from real NFL data.
I liked watching Dodgers games.
Franchise mode. Choose from 3
when
new archetypes
my
to begin your
mom lived
coaching
in LA.
legacy. Or become your favorite NFL coach, each with their own strategies. Customize your game plan by selecting new abilities each week.
I will
that
become the
offer
ball
different
that they
tactical
score a field
advantages.
goal with, yeah.
Then level them up to fine-tune your plays. Plus, compete on the gridiron in local or online multiplayer. EA Sports Madden NFL 26. touches down on Nintendo Switch 2.
Why'd they
August
put
14th.
EA Sports in the
Pre-orders are
title?
available
EA
now
just
on
really wants you to
Nintendo
know that
eShop.
they made it.
A cozy campfire is calling.
Am I supposed to know what this is? Is this peak?
Calling all camping enthusiasts. Build campfires in this cozy fire building sim. Chop wood.
Another cozy
arrange
game.
the pieces,
I just watched a
then
video
light 'em
today
up. But if you don't
by
view the flames
I
properly,
forget the name of the
they'll
tuber,
fizzle out.
but
To
it was
stoke
like
your campfire,
there's
place
so many
logs
cozy
based on the
games,
fire's strength.
and they all
Let
suck.
enough
And it came
oxygen
from
flow
someone who
through
like
and
primarily plays
maintain the
cozy
right
games.
amount of heat. Don't let wet logs dampen your fire. Dry them before tossing them in the flames. And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it. Sometimes, though, a little patience is all you need. So roast some marshmallows or set off fireworks
I'm gonna
to
be
light up the
honest.
sky. You can
Building a
also
fake
get the flames
campfire
going in rainy or
is not
snowy
as
conditions.
interesting as building a
But
real
try
campfire.
mastering your campfire making skills first. With a compatible USB camera, you can enjoy each other's company around
I love
the
a cozy
campfire.
game, but it's so annoying to put low effort into
even
gameplay and call it
strike up
cozy.
some
That was like their
interesting
primary thing that they were talking about, yeah. Oh my
Relax
god, did you see
and
those
stay a
fucking...
while.
That was the camera, I
And
think.
Chillin' by the fire sparks to life on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Wow. Shadow
Fight
dropped.
battles big and small in these games. Apex Legends is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
People play this still?
Squad up and survive 19 other teams in Battle Royale.
I have like
Or show off your
5
skills in Mixtape. Where
total
you'll take on
matches
3
in this game.
rotating game modes.
and I played it
Plus,
in like
both Battle Royale
2021.
and Mixtape have enhanced resolution and smoother performance.
And I had it on Switch 1 because I didn't want to get it on PC, and it ran like shit.
Apex
But hey,
Legends
this looks
launches
good
on
at
the
least.
Nintendo Switch 2 system August 5th, along with the new season, Showdown.
Digital version only. Yo,
To
Stuart!
cure a witch's illness, her tiny familiar embarks on a grand adventure.
How familiar are they, though?
With your magical
I don't
foggy
recognize
backpack
them.
in tow. You can climb, pull, and even swing to greater heights.
This is like
Explore
Goat
this vast
Simulator,
world
but Mouse
and
Simulator.
gather ingredients to create a cure for your enchanting ally.
Maybe less
Plus,
glitchy.
up to 4 players can journey together in
co-op
online
is nice.
co-op. A little mouse's magnificent adventure begins when Hella launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
Hella players will be playing that.
Explore
Hella
a galaxy
gamers are
full
attracted
of
to this
opportunity.
gameplay.
Embark
No one
on a
cares
journey
about Star
across
Wars
the iconic
Outlaws.
galaxy
Oh my
far,
god,
far away
shut the fuck
in
up!
this
Shut the
open-world
fuck up!
action
Get it out of my
adventure game.
face!
Taking place
don't
between
care
the
about
events of
this
the Empire
shit!
Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi films. You'll take on the role of Kay Vess, who, along with her companion Nyx, is fighting for her freedom. Explore distinct locations.
I'm gonna use
both
Jabba the
new
Hutt
and familiar
if,
as you fight,
Twitch
steal,
ever asked
and
me to
outwit
do,
your way through the
like,
galaxy's
provide
crime
them,
syndicates
like,
and
face
gain the
recognition
means
for
to
my
start a
age.
new life. Traverse through space by ship on Kay's Trailblazer, or by land on her S-57 Cardinal Speeder, and take on quests that blend stealth and shooting with some
I
puzzle-solving.
heard people are doing
mini-games
that with
between.
the,
Embark on high-stakes
with a picture
missions.
of,
Engage in
what's his name?
dogfights
Norman
as you
Reedus
travel across
from
the
Death
Outer
Stranding.
Rim. And get ready to live the life of a scoundrel when Star Wars Outlaws launches on Nintendo Switch 2, September 4th.
Oh, I'm sorry, were they
Pre-orders are
showing video
available now
games
on
in this?
Nintendo eShop. Survive the future.
Okay, back to video
Salvage
games.
The past.
Yo, it's Xenoblade 2.
As an agent of a secret collective, you'll travel between a future plagued by anomalies and a past on the verge of collapse to uncover the mysteries of this world. In the future, dangerous creatures born from the remnants of humanity prowl the wasteland. You'll need to craft ammo and supplies with limited resources. to
survival-based
fend off
crafting
brutal
game.
enemies. But don't let your guard down after defeating them. If a monster absorbs a fallen enemy, it'll evolve into an even more nightmarish form.
It is nice to see Switch 2 get games,
of enemies.
but this genre of like
You'll also come across
survival-based shooter
back in time
is
by
not my
extracting
thing.
the essences of people you meet in the past. You can strengthen your own abilities. However, there's a price to pay.
Did they just show
You'll be
literal
haunted by
pop-in?
visual and auditory illusions and lose your
Oh,
grip
sorry,
on
it was an
reality.
illusion. The sand glitched out in front of the player there. I thought it was like
What caused the
literal
world to
pop-in.
collapse? And what is the
It
true
may have been,
mission
and that
you've
may
been
just be
tasked
their
with?
lore excuse.
Chronos, the new dawn.
Shit will just
launches
appear.
on
Deal
Nintendo
with it, it's a
Switch 2,
feature.
September 5th. The dragons of the East
Yo.
and West clash.
More Yakuza.
極道の世界で竜と呼ばれる男は一匹でええんですわ。あんたもそう思いますやろ。
Yosh!
Yakuza Kiwami 2 is brawling its way onto Nintendo Switch 2.
Can you do a Switch 2 version of Kiwami 1?
Osaka, two prolific entertainment districts in Japan, where the former dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu, faces
I
down
thought
the
about
dragon
getting
of
the
Kansai,
definitive edition for Zero, but I
Ryuji
literally just played that game last year.
思う存分暴れたれ。
Guess they're not doing a dub for this version though.
Flowing combat moves to take on foes in action-packed brawls.
That was one of the things that they did
Duke it
to
out using
Zero
your fists, weapons,
was
and
they did a
everything
dub
else
for
at
it,
your
and then I guess they
disposal.
added new content.
Plus, there's still plenty else to do around
When I
the
streamed
cities.
it, I really did not
Enjoy
do much
darts,
of the
karaoke,
mini games or side
and even
content,
golf. There's no
which is what
shortage of things
Yakuza
to
is.
do.
So like, I would argue I didn't really fully. There he is! I like that guy with the eye patch.
極道組織の存亡をかけたから。
A deadly clash between two dragons begins
Yeah,
when
John.
Yakuza Kiwami 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 13th. And Yakuza Kiwami, the story that launched
Okay,
the
cool.
epic series, is also launching on Switch 2 the same day, featuring enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and additional language support.
Good. All right, maybe that's how I'll end up
There
playing
are
through
plenty
that.
more games heading to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Let's take a quick look.
I did not see how long this direct was supposed to be, so. Yeah. It's time for Sizzle Reel with copyrighted music that I will once again mute. I don't make money from this. I just don't want my VOD to be like blocked in regions. So, you get to hear just me talk while NBA bounces on the screen. Aren't you fucking livid? Okay, this game I heard is actually very good. The Hello Kitty Island adventure game. Let's see. Okay. Just making sure. You think they'll actually show Hollow Knight here in this sizzle reel? They showed it in the last sizzle reel. Man, every time I see Borderlands 4, I'm like, is there any
Here we go.
information
We've
on this
got
game?
2 more games to show you. Please take a look.
To pass through that door is to pass through time.
Okay, another Square 2.5 HD
Travel a
game.
road spanning centuries. From here, heroes set out on a journey of hope.
Square
before
Enix presents a brand new action RPG brought to life in HD 2D. This is Philadelphia, a continent overrun by beast tribes.
Square Enix fucking
A spell
sucks
of
at names.
safekeeping is all that
Philadelphia.
protects humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of Huther. One fateful day,
They just
a set
start
of
throwing
ruins is
darts
discovered in the wilds
on like a
beyond the
list of the
castle
alphabet,
walls.
and wherever the dart lands is
An
what they name
adventurer,
something.
Elliot, leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Together, the duo venture beyond the kingdom's protection into the great wide world.
I mean, it looks good.
During
it's just...
your journey, you'll
it even looks better than most HD 2D games, I'll argue.
In battle,
I'm just
study
like...
your opponent's moves carefully and find
I think
opportunities
personally,
to strike.
I'm over it.
Fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes.
Yeah, I say that, but there's so many games that have similar art styles, so it's just an art style. It's not evocative of how the game itself is, I guess, but...
There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons
it's
by
just
equipping different combinations of magicite.
I don't know, I feel like the lighting is always like just too much.
To find the playstyle that
they
works
just like pack in a shit ton of like various lighting effects. And it just looks too much compared to the pixel art.
And pick up items. You can control both Elliot
I don't
and
know.
Faye separately.
Maybe I'm just
Two
being
players
annoying.
can control them at the same time. You'll find that she's very helpful on your adventure.
People really invested in fairy lore are going to be pissed that the fairy is named Faye when the fairy race are called the Fae.
The Adventures
Yeah, that'd be like a
of
Goron called
The
Goron.
Millennium Tales launches on Nintendo
But it's
Switch
like
2
spelled
next
with like
year.
Gouron.
A debut demo will be available. And there will be an
Goron.
upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
At least the name of the game itself isn't stupid.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Everything began with the birth of Orsa, mother of all. She created
Is this another
our world,
HD 2D
the
game?
land of Orstera.
Oh. Yeah. It is. Sure the fuck is.
Are you heading out on your
Are
journey?
these the two games that they were saying was left to be revealed?
You're finally ready.
We've come to join
It
your
has no visual identity from the last game they showed.
I wish I could see everyone here.
I mean, I guess like when you go like super cel-shaded anime, like those games don't tend to have a lot of visual identity, but...
Are you going to find the people who took our home from us?
Witness a tale
I will never get into the Octopath games, unfortunately. I played the one and didn't enjoy it very much. RPGs are a hard sell. You would think that it'd be easier for me with how much I yap about Xenoblade. But, like, it is tough to get me into an
That's all for
RPG.
today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
Katamari was the biggest thing here for me, I guess. I don't know. Oh, well, that and Persona, I guess. Yeah, I'll go gore about Persona. This direct wasn't worth staying awake for. I agree. I'm a night shifter. I have to be up in like 3 hours after this concludes because I have a work thing to go to in the middle of my fucking day. I would have probably much rather had gone to sleep than sat through this direct. This is probably very good for general audiences, is what I will say. This would have been great for Summer Games Fest. Like, all of these announcements feel like right on par with what Summer Games Fest audiences enjoy. That's not me. I am not one of those. I personally skipped Summer Games Fest this year on purpose because I knew that it would be filled with announcements on this tier. And, I mean, like I said, a lot of this is like, hey, it's good to see... No, don't do that. It's good to see Switch 2 getting new games, okay? Monster Hunter Stories 3, that's huge for some people. Again, it's just not really my thing. Katamari is big. I still need to play We Love Katamari. I played the remake of Katamari 1 sometime last year, I think it was. I really, really liked it. I don't know if I would stream it again necessarily because it's not really like a good Twitch game. I don't think, at least in my experience, it wasn't. But these are great games, fucking silly, fun, and the music is always really good too. So I don't know Katamari well enough to know if this is another remake or a brand new Katamari, but that's cool. Sparking Zero coming to Switch and Switch 2. I'm glad it finally did. I only bought it on PC because it wasn't coming to Switch, and now it is, and it's coming to Switch 2. And I don't know if I'll double dip because this is a $70 game, but if it ever goes on sale, maybe I will. We will see. I already spent my game voucher on Pokemon ZA, the one that I had sitting in my account. So, like, I don't have a free game voucher to go on, but, like, if this was game voucher compatible, that would potentially be a good use for it. I wonder, because, see, here's one thing I'm not entirely sure about, and even with the purchase that I ended up making with the game voucher. So, I used the game voucher on the Switch 1 version of ZA with the intention of paying $10 to upgrade it. I hope that's something that works for a game like that. Because, like, with Tears of the Kingdom and, like, Breath of the Wild, like, those games were already out for some time, and then you pay the $10 to upgrade it. Like, this is going to be, like, upcoming the stress test to see, like I know not every game that you buy that's a Switch 1 game that also has a Switch 2 version can you do the $10 upgrade path. Like, everything that Sega has put out, you cannot do that. They have literally said we are not offering that for, like, Sonic, what was it, the Sonic Generations plus Shadow Generations. They said no, we're not doing that. Granted, that is a Sega decision, but, like, I'm hoping with this coming up, this is Bandai Namco, I'm hoping if someone buys this on Switch 1 and then, like, 2 years from now gets a Switch 2, that they can do the $10 upgrade. Otherwise, you know, releasing it on Switch 1 again is just, like, gonna be confusing down the road, and I just hope that they get that right and allow for the $10 upgrade. The Pac-Man platformer looked good. Again, I've already heard a lot of good things about that game. I'm very satisfied with DK Bonanza right now. I'm still going off the high. I finished the game like a couple nights ago, and I'm working through the post game. So, like, I'm satisfied in my 3D platforming craving right now. But that said, this isn't really the same kind of game, and it's like more than a month away. It's basically 2 months away. So, yeah, maybe by then I would be interested in it. But this would be a good, like, Christmas gift for me. Like, if I got this as a Christmas gift, I'd probably play through it. But, like, I probably wouldn't pick it up day one myself. This I will get. This I will get on release. I know it's been out on PC forever. This is how I'm going to play through Persona 3. And, yeah, like I said, I was considering playing through Persona 5 Royale. I wasn't going to stream it, but I was thinking of doing, like, a pre-recorded, like, offline thing. Remember Game Galleries? That YouTube channel that I had? I was thinking of doing a thing on Persona with that. Only reason I'm not streaming it is because they're long-ass games. And I'd like to cut a lot of it down. Potentially, but I don't know. Maybe I would stream them. I don't know. The only thing with streaming them is, like, it's going to take me a long time to get through these games. And it would take me technically even longer to get through it if I did, like, Let's Play style. But at least with that, I can kind of record and play whenever I want. Whereas with streaming, I'm kind of like, I can still technically do it whenever I want. But with streaming, it's in my benefit to keep a somewhat consistent time frame of when I'm streaming. And so I don't know. It could also just be something that I just fucking play, because that has worked out insanely beneficially for me with DK Bonanza. And I was able to get through the game at a much, much faster pace than I would have had I decided to stream it. Yes, there are some really, really cool reveals, particularly around the end game, that I'm like, man, if I had streamed that would have been cool to have my reaction to it. But like, I think I'm the only one who cares about that, quite honestly. So it's probably going to be fine. But I'll get back to you if I decide to stream or record this. But Persona 3 Reload, that'll probably be a day one for me. Or if not day one, then it won't take me long to get it, because I do actually want to play that. Yeah, I'm curious how good this game is going to be. Let's hope it has better frame rates than Age of Calamity. It seems like it does. But I don't know that for sure. Hopefully it's the same composers. I felt like the voice direction in Age of Calamity was better than it was in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom was a little improved over the original Breath of the Wild, but Age of Calamity's voice direction I felt was like really good across the board. So like, I feel like this is going to do a decent job setting up the story and making what happened in the past of Tears of the Kingdom interesting. I'm just I feel like I say this every time we talk about Tears of the Kingdom. My biggest complaints with this game comes down to, and spoilers, I guess, for this game, if you've not played Tears of the Kingdom, but my biggest complaint comes down to Zelda's sacrifice is made to be this huge thing that has a lot of weight behind it, and it cannot be reversed. And then they just go and reverse it. And I get it. It's like fucking the trash man coming back at the end of the Minecraft movie. In your chillins game, you can't have a character die, okay? But like, Zelda games have had characters die before. It's not often, but it does happen. And like, I don't need my Zelda games to be like super dark and edgy and like overly mature. But like, I don't know, having a character like make a sacrifice and then the sacrifice fucking matters. I don't know, like it just seems like lazy writing to me. Adding chocolate syrup to spoiled milk is still spoiled chocolate milk. I don't know what you mean by that, but you're right. So the other thing to keep in mind is Age of Calamity was an AU game, meaning like, so they faked us out into thinking it was explaining the events of the Calamity, and then Age of Calamity did exactly what I'm saying now with the character death not really being a thing, where like in Breath of the Wild all the champions die. And then in Age of Calamity, no one dies because you get the good ending this time because it's an alternate universe. And to me, that was incredibly lame. You know, I think they said in the last time they showed this game that this is the true story of what happened. But I feel like they might have said something similar with Age of Calamity and like misled us into all believing it. So I'm going to reserve my judgment. Even if it doesn't end up being directly canon to Tears of the Kingdom. Honestly, in the case of Tears of the Kingdom, maybe that's for the best. Because, again, I don't really like Tears of the Kingdom story that much. Great fucking game. I had a good, like, additional, like, 25, 30 hours of fucking around in that game when I played the Switch 2 version. Wasn't invested enough to like really get back into the full game, but I enjoyed being immersed in 60 FPS. That was nice. It is a fun ass game to go back to and play. It's to not necessarily a fault, but also kind of to a fault. It is too big to simply just replay like that. So I didn't do a full playthrough or anything, but I enjoy playing the game of Tears of the Kingdom. But again, I also just don't, when it comes to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom both, I just don't like the memory-based storytelling, like finding cutscenes out of order. Like, you can do open world games that have like really good linear stories. I mean, I'm not going to say Xenoblade X, believe it or not, because Xenoblade X's story is actually kind of weak. But there are ways to do it. And I know it would be a lot of hard work to have like contextual based, like you go to one area of the game and like, because I did like the Rito area first, like Riju has completely different like dialogue, and like the situation in Gerudo Town has gotten worse or something because I didn't go there first or something. I understand that like making a game like that, especially on the scale of Tears of the Kingdom, is a lot of work, and Tears of the Kingdom already was like super time, like it somehow took longer than Breath of the Wild despite reusing 80% of what Breath of the Wild was. So I don't really know, but this game, I look forward to them expanding it, and I am curious if the soundtrack is going to be good. But again, I will reserve my judgment until I play it. Also, morning to you, very sleepy fur. Welcome in. I'm probably not going to yap for too much longer, but also, yes, I definitely think, look at this. This is like, I'm pretty sure this is like the area where Link wakes up in Tears of the Kingdom, right? This has got to be like Construct Link. So that way you can have someone who plays like Link. You know, because obviously Link wasn't there. Which is interesting. You know, we just got Echoes of Wisdom last year as well. And so this is another game where like Zelda will, I guess, be the main character. Unless Construct character ends up becoming the main character, which would be kind of lame if you ask me. But it seems like they're setting Zelda up to be the main character, which is good. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the voice direction seems good. I don't really have much else to really say about it until I play it. I can't know if it's going to be a good game or not. I will play it. I will like it probably at least on the baseline of it is Zelda. And regardless of, you know, my opinions on Tears of the Kingdom and like not liking the story very much, I still really enjoy the gameplay. Like it is still a like, if I were to boot up my Switch 2, which I think is in the other room right now, but if I were to boot it up, you would still see that, like, Tears of the Kingdom is, like, I think my third most played game as far as, like, total hours. If I didn't like Tears of the Kingdom, I wouldn't have gotten all the shrines. I wouldn't have done everything that I did on stream and off stream as well. Like, I didn't 100% the game by any means, but I did a lot of it. If I hated it, I wouldn't have done that. It's a very nuanced opinion I have of that game. I think I overall enjoy it more than Breath of the Wild, but also I can kind of appreciate after going back to Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2 version a little bit, how much simpler that game is. It makes it less interesting to explore Breath of the Wild, but I think the moment-to-moment gameplay might be better in Breath of the Wild. It's so weird. It is such an interesting study to me to figure out where my brain actually lies on the difference of those two games. But I could yap for hours about those. I'm wondering if they modify Construct Link into Minoru's construct lore-wise. That would make sense, because like Minoru is actually physically here, right? And then in Tears of the Kingdom, you know, they're long dead, but they're like sort of there. This is... Who the fuck are these people? Who are you people? What the fuck? I don't like you. I don't like the face that these guys are. Look at this guy. Oh. He got paid big bucks to be in this ad. Yeah, I'm going to assume most people probably found this direct to be meh. I am mostly among them. Among Us. Where's the button? Hang on. Do the. There you go. And it was like fine. Again, it is important as someone who like when I play games on my Switch too, I mostly just play Switch like exclusive games. I have a nice PC. If I want to play a lot of third parties, those third parties do come to PC. But one thing I do like to consider, and one of the reasons why I'm going to potentially be getting Persona on Switch, is like having a game portably is nice, real nice. I don't have a Steam Deck. I don't really want a Steam Deck because like the Steam Deck is like it's like fine. Like I've messed with one before. Even the more premium ones are just like I'd rather just play that game on my PC. Like if I'm buying a game on PC, I'm buying it because I want like the super graphics, you know? I want the nut job graphics on my 1080p monitor. I don't even have a 4K screen. I have a 4K TV, but none of my monitors are 4K. But like even still, like when I know that the deck like isn't as powerful, of course, as like your PC itself. So like having the Switch 2 be a decently powerful system, from what I remember looking at specs, it does outspec the deck in a lot of ways. It's not outspecking like the higher end portable PCs, but you know, it does a decent job, all things considered. And in my opinion, from playing a lot of games portably only, like I do play on TV, but mostly portably, I can't really complain personally with the quality. I know like tech bros will tell you that the screen is really bad. I don't really understand that myself and haven't really noticed it, but apparently there's like a frame ghosting issue. Personally not noticed it. Maybe you have. I don't know. But apparently like the way the screen renders is it doesn't keep up with the frame rate sometimes, so like you can like see like up to like 2 or 3 frames ago. I'm gonna be honest, like I can tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS, yes, but like I do not see the frame ghosting. But maybe it's more apparent in some games. I don't know. I'm not a big Plants vs. Zombie guy, so that's just like, oh, that's nice, I guess. And don't give a shit about Star Wars Outlaws. Who is this man? Yosh. Eventually I will play the other Yakuza games. Maybe even stream them. We won't just have to see. If I'm gonna play another thing here, RPG anytime soon, it's probably gonna be. Actually, I don't even want to say it because my opinion could change. But I've been thinking about like the Bravely Default game that came to Switch 2. I don't know how long that game is though, but might do that one. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I think I've exhausted my ability to yap on this. I'm even surprised I got this much content out of it. You'll go back and see the timestamps, and then 20 minutes will be dedicated to me talking about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But I think that is going to do it for me. So thank y'all for watching this partner showcase. Yeah, I thought about trying to Photoshop the hat that I put on the logo onto the VTuber, but I couldn't figure it out. So it's there instead. But yeah, this was fine. None of the announcements were necessarily for me. But it is what it is, I guess. I I don't really have much else to really say. So, thank you for watching. I will be live, not today, but maybe tomorrow or over the weekend. My boss texted me and said that they want volunteers for work this weekend. And I was really looking forward to having a 2-day weekend, so I don't know if I'm volunteering yet or not. But the ball is in my court to give him a decision by the end of today. So I guess if I decide to work, I probably won't be live on Saturday, but we'll see. I do want to stream. I want to get a good long stream in here soon. I haven't done one of those in a while. We're talking like a 5-hour one. I don't even know what I'd be playing, but we need to finish up Anton Blast and then maybe do some other one-off stuff. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.